Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Shining Force. I'm your host, Craig Stern, and we are here back in Rindo, town of 1,000, well, I don't really know what it has 1,000 of. Not ships, that's for sure. It does have a theater though, and they want actors and actresses. There's a spectacularly insensitive play that they show here, which I'm going to show you right now. Runfaust routing Guardiana. Sure, I'm not at all sensitive about that right now. Let's watch it. I love how it totally has your character representing Guardiana. Now that is one well-written play. I love it. Alright, so I went ahead and raised Dao from the dead after her totally unfair death from that last battle. And oh, what's this? It looks like the circus is finally in town. I'd like to go visit. But the circus people said I can't, because they don't like me. That's sad. Luckily, there is a way to get in there. It's not through there, because that is the chapel. It is here. Well, I do like ships, so I'll say yes to that. Well, that's easy, right? All we have to do is find his grandson. Gotta be somewhere in town. Can't be that hard. I wonder where he is. Well, that's handy. Yeah, I bet the carnival people look dangerous. Alright. Are you ready to go into this tent? Because I sure am. Ho-ho! It's Bad Dye Job Lady! Alright, so this is a crazy battle taking place in the middle of a circus against a bunch of crazy clowns and evil puppets. That is a dire clown. I kid you not. That is a marionette with Freeze level 3, which is a horribly powerful spell. Mannequins, evil puppets. Yeah, this is actually kind of a frightening battle if you're, I don't know, like a kid, maybe, or something. Me, I just find it incredibly amusing. Let's see, what do we have here? That is an evil puppet, right? And that is a mannequin. Alright, priority number 1 has to be taking out those puppets there on the left. Particularly the evil puppet here, since it has Freeze level 1. We do not want to give it a chance to cast that spell on our guys. Oh, Dao! Looks like you're gonna get a nice little Blaze 2 off on this group of puppets. How exciting. Predictably, wooden puppets do not fare super well against Blaze 2. And Dao is level 7. Ever since she got Blaze 2, she's just been shooting up the ranks. hopefully I can take out those mannequins before they get to do anything to Dow. Because that would be most unwelcome. Ah, Omri gets to go. Hopefully she will be able to take out one of these mannequins and level up in the process. No. Not enough experience to level up just yet, but I haven't given up on her. It'll happen. Let's see where she's at. Ah, only 48. Well, no matter. She'll have plenty of other opportunities to take out the enemies. And that is the end of our mannequin friend. Priority number 2 here is going to be taking out those bats. Although, let's be honest, that is not going to be even remotely hard. What I really want to do is feed them to my healers. As you can see, I've gotten low a power staff. And he's fallen asleep. Oh well. I'm going to conserve Omri's magic because I'm going to need her help once we get onto the stage. Things get a lot more difficult up there. I really wish Chris could reach that bat, but unfortunately it's not to be. I'm going to stick Gord over here, and Luke over here. Alright, Ken isn't going to kill this bat in one hit, I don't think. There we go. Just give him a nice little setup, so that Chris can take him out on her next turn. Or maybe Gong. Nah, Chris needs to level more than Gong does. Ah, even giving her the speed ring and she can't hit it. Luckily, giant bats are just absolutely pathetic, and they can't even hurt Chris. And Luke's falling asleep. You know, it's probably for the best. He's been working really hard. He could use a little siesta. So I've been thinking about that Cavern of Darkness battle I did. I'm starting to think it was all a setup. I mean, think about it for a second. We go through the desert. There's all these lousy mages and zombies that attack us. Dark mages, no less. We get to Monarena. And all of a sudden, it's all, oh, sorry for attacking you. Oh, we didn't really mean to attack you. We're so sorry! Low quickly evades. He doesn't look like someone who could quickly evade much of anything, but I'm glad he did. So anyway, here we are in Monarena, right? They've just attacked us. Dark mages, zombies. Then they say, oh, guess what? You need to go into our basement. What do I find out in their basement? More dark mages and zombies. I'm telling you, the whole thing stinks. I think it was just a bunch of Monorina mages screwing around with us. Especially when you consider the fact that after you get out of the Cavern of Darkness, with the quote-unquote orb of light that supposedly chose you, even though all it did was sit there while you took it out of the chest, all you get out of that is you go to a pool where a quote-unquote spirit tells you stuff you already know. You totally already know all this stuff. It tells you this, and it's like, oh, you're the Shining Force! Gives you some goofy nickname. And then all of a sudden, you're wandering around and everyone's like, ooh, you're the Shining Force! You just know they're messing with you. There's no way these people are actually impressed by the fact that you took out, like, a couple of zombies, and a couple of dark mages, and some archers. Because that's what they fielded against you when you tried to go to Monorina. So there you have it. That is my paranoid conspiracy theory about the real agenda behind the Cavern of Darkness. It's just another way for the people of Monorina to totally humiliate you. Because they're jerks. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Alright, Chris. Is she on the cusp of another level here? Let's find out. Oh, yes, she is. Let's get her over the edge there. Man, those power staffs are excellent weapons. I'm so pleased I got them. I don't know what I was thinking saying I didn't need to get those things. I was totally wrong. Chris now has a respectable 14 magic points. That is enough to cast Heal 4 times and some change. Hopefully she will learn Heal 2 soon, which doesn't do a whole lot more than Heal 1, except it's ranged, which makes it much more useful. Alright, time to go onto this stage and deal with the evil puppets. The one thing I don't want to do is get in range of that marionette. Because freeze level 3 is no joke. That spell will mess you up. I am not even kidding. You do not want to get hit with freeze level 3, particularly at this point in the game. I am pleasantly surprised that that evil puppet thought it was a good idea to attack my hero rather than use its spell, which would have dealt at least 9 times as much damage. Again, the enemies in this game do not have the greatest AI. Luke is really lagging behind here in terms of his stats. I'm hoping that this next few levels will undo that trend. This is a good time for Henri to use her magic. Only 6 points of damage that time. That's no good. I'm pretty sure Henri will survive a freeze from the evil puppet, but just in case, I'm going to save state, because I do not want to lose her early in the battle. I want to make sure I get a chance to give her some experience here. Physical attack against May. Not your best choice. Oh, Shining Force. You and your dumb enemies. There we go. A glimmer of intelligence emerges. As you can see, Freeze is a nasty little spell. Not something you want hitting your men. Or women. Either gender, really. Holy cow! It seems like every time Gort gains a level, he just grows by leaps and bounds. It's awfully impressive stuff, I have to say. Oh, Hans, you stay there. And Luke, why don't you come deal with this evil puppet here? And Ken, you can help him. Man, that power ring turns Ken into an absolute monster. Most impressive. You know what? This is a good opportunity to level up Gong, and I'm gonna take it. Gong could use the experience even more than Henri. There we go. Woohoo! Very nice. That is an excellent level up for Gong. I'm glad I made that decision. Alright, all we have left at this point are the dire clowns. I'm never going to get over the fact that they're called dire clowns. Such a bizarre choice. Chris could use a bit of healing. She's going to gain some experience doing it. Oh, look at that. Bouffant could use some healing too. I'll let Chris handle that. Dandruff Fairy, I summon thee! And there we go. Magical dandruff heals all the time. Never fails. I wonder if there's some way I can coax those dire clowns away from the marionette up there. That would be awfully nice. Because here's the thing. Dire clowns are not as impressive as skeletons, but they do deal quite a hefty blow when they attack. Nothing quite as serious as the marionette, but still pretty serious. No, those dire clowns just don't want to take the opportunity to whack any of my weaker guts. Well, let's see if, well, hang on a second. Let's see. I think if Ken stands right here, he will be out of range of freeze 3. Just as long as that marionette decides he's not going to move, I should be okay to attack that dire clown. Oh god, that is a creepy looking enemy. Look at that thing. Yeah, they're just gonna stand there, aren't they? Well, in that case, let's give Henri another shot at these guys. Considering how cartoony much of the graphical style of this game is, they sure managed to get some really, really creepy looking enemies in here. Those clowns are just absolutely hideous. Oh, steel arrow. That would be useful if I were going to use Hans, which I'm not. Well, he's level 6. Who could use some experience? Luke could. No, not Bouffant. Not Dao. Maybe I'll just give both of these guys to Henri. Let her eat them up a little. This is sort of anticlimactic, isn't it? They're all just standing there while I slowly chip away at them. Now here's the thing, if I move Gord over here to get this chest, that marionette is going to pound him with a freeze 3, and he probably won't even survive it. You know what? I'm gonna send Gord over to that other chest. Alright, Henri. You know what? I think a freeze might be called for here. Let's give it a shot. Tell me that doesn't look totally awesome. A whirlwind of ice. Man, I love that spell. I think if I gain Henri one more level, I think she should learn Freeze 2. Freeze 2 is pretty much exactly like Blaze 2, but, you know, ice. Now, the really cool thing about Blaze 2, though, or sorry, Freeze 2, is that it's just short of Freeze 3. Freeze 3, did I say that right? I don't remember. Whatever. The third level of Freeze, I can say that correctly, that is where Freeze really starts to come into its own as an awesome, awesome branch of magic that, frankly, completely outclasses fire magic. Freeze 3, which this marionette has, and which I'm not really particularly eager to have him show up on my guys, reaches an extra space past where fire magic does. So you can hit enemies up to 3 spaces away with an area like Blaze 2. On top of that, Freeze 3, am I saying this? I can't even remember if I'm saying it correctly. It's completely toying with my mind. It deals a lot of damage, that spell, but I'm not going to say anymore. So much damage. It's really just an awesome little spell. Henri is the first person to learn it. Domingo learns it later on. And between the two of them, they wreak just absolute havoc. Oh good. I do like defense potions. Those are awfully handy. Alright, I think it's time to start advancing on this marionette. I am going to lose some people in this. It is absolutely unavoidable. Oh god, look at that thing. It's hideous. It's also incredibly magic resistant, which I had forgotten about. Alright. I'm not sure if I want to send Bouffant up there. I'm going to do a save state real fast. He should be fine as long as the game doesn't decide to give the marionette 2 turns in a row. If that happens, of course, I'm going to reload. You'll notice I'm only sending a few people up there. And that's why. Goodbye now. See you in the next life. Whew. Freeze level 3 is a nasty spell. We need to kill this guy as fast as humanly possible. Nice job, May. That is going to help. Alright, Gong, I want you getting whatever is... Are we doing this again, game? Oh. Now I can search it. Oh, is it actually paying attention to what direction my guy's facing? That's interesting. 50 coins. Interestingly, it will cost 50 coins to raise Gong from the dead, after the marionette nails him with Freeze 3. Well, let's gain Chris some experience, even though there is a very high likelihood she will die in the process. Wow, I feel completely stupid now. That was why it wasn't letting me search the chests. It was looking to see what direction my guys were facing. Wait a minute. Let me think about this. She only has 10 life. Freeze 3 will absolutely kill her. It'll kill May too. And it'll kill Chris. And it'll kill Bouffant. There's really nowhere I can put her where she will not draw a Freeze level 3 right now, so I'm just going to have her stay down there. And hope that the marionette does not kill anyone. Oh, May gets to go again. I think May might actually be able to... Oh, he's regenerating health. That little bastard. I might need to bring in the cavalry next turn, so to speak. Woof! That marionette does not mess around. Alright, Chris. You can get some more experience off this guy. much life does he have left? He's in the danger zone here. 7 life. I think Luke and Henri ought to be able to finish him. Well, we already know Blaze doesn't do anything. I don't expect much more out of Freeze, but hopefully it does a little more. Not exactly the same. Huh, maybe a Low can finish him off. Nah, I don't want to do that. That's a complete waste. Low just isn't a very good healer later in the game. I was wrong, by the way, when I was talking earlier about the difference between Chris and Low in the late game. It isn't that Chris learns heal level 4, although she does. It's that Low doesn't learn Aura. Now, I don't think I've talked about Aura yet, but basically Aura is AoE heal, which is really useful, and something you really need later in the game. Fools, light will never defeat the darkness. See, I think it's funny he says that, because I totally did just defeat him, and the Orb of Light chose me, so clearly I'm the light, and I defeated him. So there. The light defeated the darkness. Take that, Marionette. She was going to feed him to a dragon. You know, I'm a little disappointed. I kinda wish I hadn't rescued this kid. I would be much more entertained if he were fed to a dragon. I guess I didn't have to go open all those chests during the battle again, but no matter. There are battles in this game where you do have to open the chests during the battle, or you just straight up never get to open them at all. I can't remember, obviously, which ones they are, so I'm just sort of going through and opening all the chests in battle by default. And some of those chests, in the later battles, where you can only open them during the battle, have items that are extremely powerful, so you want to make sure you get their contents. Alright, Mayor, I gave you your little brat back. There we go. That's what I wanted to hear, Mr. Mayor. No more of your nonsense about how you own your ship and I can't have your ship. Glad to see you've come around to my way of thinking, which is that I must own everything. Dang right, the ship is mine. Before I head out on that ship, though, I want to do a little bit of resurrecting. Dao is dead for the second time in a row. I just remember where the chapel is. I think it's up here somewhere. Dao is, like most wizards, a bit of a glass cannon. She's going to die a lot during the course of the game. It's just sort of par for the course. Oh my, Dao is in bad shape. What with being frozen to death and all. Oh, I feel like I'm on Jeopardy here. Alright. Now it's time to get that ship and take to the high seas of adventure. Fantastic. Oh, I guess I have to take Nova. Fine. Oh, you again. Man, that witch is pretty mean-spirited, I have to say. I just went to all the trouble getting this ship, and she's burning it down now? You know, that fire really isn't going in the direction she wants it to be going. Fun fact, If you just stand here, absolutely nothing will happen to you. Nothing's unusual. There's just some bright blue dancing flames just kind of hanging out on the ship. Wonder if they have anything to say. No one is there. It doesn't count them as people. Do you hear that, Blue Flames? The game doesn't think you're people. That is prejudice. Alright, whatever. We're gonna leave the ship. Well, that sucked. I guess that's what happens when you kill the marionette. The witch gets all mad at you. Hey, so, Mr. Mayor guy, I just pissed off this witch and she burned down your ship. Can I have another one? Yes, we know. We established this. Oranbital, huh? Sounds like some sort of bowel medication. No, I still doesn't. No, not really. I think I'm going to stay here and become an actor. I'm going to join that theater troupe, and I am going to play Guardiana, and I'm going to win against Runefaust. What do you think of that, Mayor? Okay, this is obviously yet another but thou must, because absolutely nothing happens if you say no. You're just stuck in this town forever. Yes, I'm determined to go. Blah, blah. Oranbital is very remote. It's far to the northeast. Go to Shade Abbey first. Oh, Shade Abbey. Okay. Yep, Shade Abbey. Oh, yeah. Ah, God, I hate the battle that goes on in Shade Abbey. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end the Let's Play here. When we resume next, I'm going to go to Shade Abbey. The most horrible, horrible part of all of Shining Force. Not that it's a bad battle, it's just balls hard. Also, Shade Abbey's kind of creepy. Well, I'll stop talking about it now. You'll see it at the next episode of Let's Play. Thanks for watching. I'm your host, Craig Stern. I'll see you all next time.